Got up here at Sifu Dave's early, I guess. He's not here yet. Sure, he'll be here soon. So, anyway, yesterday was fun at Sifu John's class. We didn't have the newer student show up last week, but yesterday he did. And like I said, it's always fun to have a new body to interact with. And it's funny, I used to have a really small handful of students. A lot of times it would be just one student. And my last really good student, she quit about a year and a half ago. So I've only done a little teaching here or there since then. I haven't had an actual full-time student that I interact with every week. But not having anybody for the most part except black belts to interact with makes you quickly forget the difference. Like, this guy, he's only been training for about 4 to 6 months, and he just hasn't developed his foundation yet, his base. So he's really, really easy to move around and stuff, and it's weird. You see all these scenes where like you're moving multiple things at the same time, maybe in opposing directions for a purpose, and that just becomes so automatic and instinctual and you don't think about it. But you see like this newer person who hasn't ingrained that into their motor pathways and nervous system and whatnot yet, just getting tied up by all these concepts. And it always makes you appreciate how far you have come when you see these newer people. Although at this point in the journey, I kind of appreciate all the time anyway. But actually, the thing I liked most about newer students is when I'd have a student that had been training a year or two, and they feel like after all this hard work and time that they still suck because they're always around black belts. But then you get like some newer person that's only been doing the art a few months, and they can see how much progress they've made and how much they've developed. And so it's really good for your intermediate students to see these newer students. It makes them feel good and kind of see that their hard work's paid off and that they haven't just been spinning their wheels, because you can get discouraged after you put a certain amount of time and focus into something and you still feel like you suck. I think most people that have been training martial arts a really long time and are considered very good by people who don't train would tell you that they still kind of feel like they suck. You can think of a lot of areas of weakness you still have, a lot of areas that could use improvement still. You can think of a lot of ways that a skilled opponent could get in there and take something you haven't perfected yet and break through and take you down. So obviously this inspires you to continue training and to continue improving and to try to work on these areas of weakness you're aware of, and it encourages you to keep interacting with other really good martial artists and try to expose new weaknesses that you might not be aware of so that you can continue to work on them. But yeah, it was a fun experience yesterday, having a newer person around again. You interact with a small crowd of well-seasoned martial artists all the time, and it's really nice and it's a special thing and I'm thankful for it. But sometimes it's nice to have a new face in there. Sifu Dave must have got distracted again. He's a busy man. Like I've mentioned before, he has his own company that he runs, and so that takes up a lot of his time. So I think now that it's getting closer to 4:30 when class is really supposed to start, I'll just start stretching out and warming up. Hopefully Sifu Dave will be here soon. Hope you have a great day.